2021 definitely gave us some great music.
Yes.
So let's get into, I guess, our albums of the year and why.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Up to you, no matter.
Listen, I have one album that's gonna be album of the year for me, and it could be me being biased. It could be because he's my favorite artist of all time. But I feel like Donda is his album of the year for me. That's not number one album. There's a lot of great albums that came out this year, but Kanye West Donda, uh, the whole road. I feel like when's the last time we got an album that got that much hype around it, that much media, fucking spotlight, attention. Um, he played the album 3 times before he even came out, and people anticipated it more and more every time he did it. And honestly, like one thing I would say is that the music that been coming out these past few years, it's like an album will get some buzz for like the first couple weeks that it's out, and then people forget about it. Then it's on to the next one. Donda and Kanye is well, it's mostly it could be also because of the whole Lil Kim thing and what what's going on with them, but it's still getting a lot of buzz. It's still getting a lot of like media attention. It's a lot happening with the album, and it's forever changing. I think it's 32 songs now, but yeah, beautiful album. I love it. I love it from head to toe. Um, it has like the gospel feel to it. And I'm not saying I'm not religious or anything like that, but like being able to have some music that's positive and just be able to listen to it and it's positive. He has a lot of it in there, and you can just jam to it from the back. I can listen to it with me and my girl, me and my boys. I can even listen to it with my grandma, my mom. There's music for everybody to listen to, and I think a lot of those songs, like you said, is it timeless or not? I think a lot of his songs that he made will be timeless within that album. Uh, any other albums, I would say like Nas King Disease 2. I feel like it was better than the first one.
Mhm.
It's way better than the first one. I'm not saying the first one was bad. The first one was great. It's just like the fact that he was able to come back and make it better.
Even better.
Like holy shit. Like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And he just came out with another album. It's short, but he was like it was like a warm up to like I guess King Disease 3, and it's
Oh, he did.
still yeah. What's the name of it? It's called Magic. It came out like Christmas Day or the day
Mm.
before or Christmas Eve. Yeah, Nas Magic. It's like a 9 track EP or LP, whatever you want to call it. And I think Hit Boy produced it. So I think it was just a project he wanted to put out. It's a dope ass album. So I would put that up there. And shout out to the Grammys. I think this is one of the toughest lineups for album of the year, at least rap album of the year. It's like one of the toughest lineups. So there's a lot of great music came out. Well, I'm gonna just focus on those two as my album of the year. Shout out to J. Cole. I love his album this year too. The off season. I think it's one of those albums that got some buzz, but it kind of people forgot about it once everybody else started coming out with music. But those would be mine.
Those are some dope albums. Down I never fully got into. I still can't. It was too much. I honestly didn't even try. It was 32 out. What 32 tracks you said?
It is. It's
I
like
don't.
two
I
hours
don't.
long. It is. It's a journey. It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah Sunday cleaning music. That's what it. you know.
Right.
Yeah. It's long. But I'm a fan. I'm a big ass Kanye fan. So like, I know like if you play 3 seconds of a song, I'm gonna know what track it is. I'm gonna start singing along. Like, so I could play that shit all day.
So, yikes. There's been so much music
Yeah, I
that I've
know.
listened to this year.
Yeah.
To narrow it down, it's hard,
Hmm.
but I'll try. I would say the first album of the year, I would try to cut it down to four, if possible. The first one definitely is Ontario. by Little Nas X.
Mm. Okay.
I feel like I felt like this was everything I needed from a black gay artist
Got you.
that I've been wanting. That was controversial. That made you think. That made you feel. That made you, even if you're straight, you still understood what he was saying.
Yeah.
You understood the storyline. You felt what he felt, and your relationship with whoever you were dating, kind of thing, or just the feeling of being alone from your family, or your family not liking you and wanting to kill yourself, like all of these different dimensions that he brought us into his world. And one of the biggest rollouts I've seen in a while, besides Donda, this was definitely one of the biggest rollouts that I've seen in years
Yeah.
for an album. So he definitely gets my number one spot.
He did have a good rollout too, and some big performances this year. I would definitely say
Yeah,
that. Powerful performances, definitely something that causes conversation.
by far.
Yeah.
I would say second album, hmm, Jasmine Sullivan,
Mm.
Texas Tales. This was just so raw, so R&B, just made you want more,
Yeah.
and definitely made you want more after listening to it. Her vocals was
Uh oh.
everything.
Did I think
It was
someone
just,
just jumped into the chat. I'm sorry, Hakeem. My bad.
oh,
I'm like I heard a noise.
hmm.
That's why then
Hello.
yeah, there we go.
Hello. Hello, sirs. Hello.
How are you?
Was good,
How you doing, Keem?
good.
Carlton, how you doing?
Good, we good.
Coming straight from Tag Up Studios. No, stop.
Tag up.
Yeah, I finally finished, wrapped up with my meetings. I apologize for my lateness.
It's all
Thank you
good.
for
Boy,
joining us, Myron. How you been?
excuse me? I'm doing fantastic. I've just left my COVID protocols, like, all these NBA players, 5 days.
Sheesh.
Hmm.
But yeah, just keeping busy. I'm getting busy. I'm where I want to be, working on stuff that's important.
That's amazing. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So what you guys have been talking about? What you guys been up to?
Right now we wrapping up. We talking about the album of the year, or album of the year for us, and
Oh,
why.
Donda? Okay.
I definitely shouted down the out. I gave it a big one. But yeah, let me. Actually, I think Akeem was like when he jumped in. Akeem was in the middle of explaining the albums. I think he was on Jasmine Sullivan, and then from there, I guess you could jump in and start sharing yours as well.
I mean,
So
bro.
after Jasmine, the third album is hard,
Mm.
but I would have to. Damn, I don't know, but I would have to give it to Doja. Playing her.
I was, so I heard Doja's album. I forgot if it came out this year or last year, y'all. I fucking love Doja Cat, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I love Doja Cat music. It's like it has a lot of R&B. It has a lot of R&B elements. I actually have a question for you about that. I think there
Okay.
was people were upset that she got nominated for I think R&B artist or album of the year in the R&B category, and Jasmine Sullivan didn't get put in the same category. Like they basically saying like that Doja Cat took her spot. Like she don't belong to be on that list. Do you agree? This
I feel like they always
Ah,
miscategorize a lot of artists when it comes to award shows,
mm,
and it's hard to, I guess, for them to separate the two, to separate like what's real rap, what's real R&B, what's soul, what's whatever.
yeah,
I feel like Doja definitely plays the fence with pop R&B and rap like Nicki did.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I wanted to see Doja rap, but this album was definitely more of an R&B feel, so that's why she was nominated for more R&B.
Doja got bars too.
But
Yeah.
she does, but I haven't seen them yet.
I
Like
seen
I
it
know that
here
they're
and there.
there,
Yeah.
but I
You
didn't see
want to
them
see
yet.
more? Okay.
Right. And I feel like there's been so many albums that came out from January when Jasmine's album came out. So now, maybe that's why she could have been left out. Don't know why she would be. Maybe that could be why. Because
Got you.
you dropped at the beginning of the year.
And people forgot about it. That could
Hmm.
be it. Myron, do you listen to Doja at all? Do you know anything about that?
I mess with my Doja. Doja's she she's a hit maker, bro. I actually like that song with the weekend on it. I forgot what's it called. You're right, or you're the right one. I don't know,
Yeah, you're
but
right. I think it is.
yeah. That song is powerful. But like, that's only because I'm a giant Weekend fan. But no, she's cool. She's really dope. I like her aesthetics, and I haven't listened to her whole album. I'm not gonna sit here and front like I did, but I do know that she's all over the place. Like there's few artists that have been dominating the year of 2021, and she's one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
She's everywhere. Whether it's I don't know, it's because of her social media presence, because she's big on social media, but she's definitely like you hear her all the time.
That's
Like
true.
there was not probably 1 month where I didn't like hear her, where it was casually or me actually cooking on her song.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's killing it, man. Like I'm really impressed, like where she come from, way back from like Chicago Moo. What I don't even know the name of that song, but she's that powerful.
The move thing.
Yeah, Moo. Yeah, she did that.
Yeah.
That was her to then making all these like bangers. So
You're
like,
right.
props to her. Big props.
Yeah, I love Doja Cat. She got a nice
Yeah,
presence.
she's a weird character, man. And shout out for her to be on Dave.
I was about to say that too. She was on Dave, and cause her personality is eccentric, and it was funny to see them interact. Because I'm like, this will be a conversation between these two people. It's dope. It was cool to see. I like when you start seeing artists like show some personality, and she got a lot of it. I mean, she always show it, and it's dope.
Yeah. It's like I said, like she's awesome. She's awesome. But like Keem, she's one, like what you were saying, like her album was album of the year, or like potential, if I'm catching that right.
Yeah, I couldn't narrow it down to one album. So it's
Okay.
for me, I and narrowing down to three albums would be hard, but it's Montero. Then it is Jasmine
Montero
Sullivan's
was nice.
album, Hex Hotels, and then it would be Planet Her.
Okay.
Honorable mention. Oh damn! See, I fucked up because I had to put Adele there.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
have to.
I have yet to listen to it. I'm waiting for the proper moment. And since I got
And
honestly like recently got dumped, so I don't want to like listen to that right now.
Oh my god, you stupid. He said I recently got dope, so I don't listen to that. It's fucking make you cry and it's fucking holding yourself at night.
but
Her
it's not
beautiful ass
even
voice.
it's not even that of an emotion. Like it is an emotional album, but there's so many layers to it. You definitely need to get into it.
It's a good
I
one.
definitely no, I love it though. First of all,
Mhm.
once you have a voice like hers, that's it. I'm your fan. Something as unique as that. Like I'm a big fan of. That's why I like the Weeknd. Weeknd has he has a clean, crisp voice. I
Yeah.
like Florence and the Machine because her voice is just, you could pick it out from anybody. Like those people who have those like nice, like I don't want to say angelic because that sounds mad flirty for some reason. Anyway, but but no, they have like just powerful voices. Like Amy Winehouse had a powerful voice. So I just you know once you once I hear like the acoustics of your sound, like I'm hooked. So anything Adele does, she's crazy. Like I'm in. You know.
I hear that.
So let's get into the question that me and Carlton was going over a little while ago, with I guess voices and so who do you feel like sings better, Beyonce or Adele?
Oh, Adele. That's supposed to be a question? That's a real question?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Sorry, Beehive.
Oh shit. Let him let him have it.
2022 getting canceled.
Yo,
No Fucksgiving.
yo, that's it. Yo, Akeem was talking to me earlier about this because I wasn't sure either. But he definitely enlightened me on something. You might want to hear his take about it.
What's up? I'm all ears.
He a part of that beehive, bro. Though he gonna beat your ass. He's like,
Yo, more props to Queen Bee, but yeah, you gotta be real when you gotta be real, you know?
Gotta
This,
be real when you gotta be real.
yeah, man. Like there's a few above her actually. But I'm not gonna go there. We're
oh
wrapping up
shit.
2021.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna leave that there.
Believe
I'm quite sure you're gonna,
it.
'cause I'm quite sure you'll hear my take on it when you replay it.
Yeah.
Hmm. But
I'll
what were
catch
your
up.
albums of the year?
Let me go first, Carson. So I just
Oh, I already did mine.
Oh,
bro.
you
Go
already did yours.
ahead,
All right,
yeah.
cool. Well, can I hear yours? What was it? Yours, real quick. Just number the album.
I have three. Number one was Donda, and then I had King Disease 2, and I had the off season. Oh,
Okay.
man, yeah.
So honestly, I'm gonna go with Donda. Obviously, um, not only is Kanye one of my favorite artists, but it's just that whole rollout. Like this man knows how to make a like not a movement, but like a moment, and that's what Donda is. It's such a moment, and um, it's crazy how people attack Donda too. I just really a couple days ago like saw a tweet where the New York Post said like, oh, Donda chant is like the worst track of 2021, and someone retweeted saying like, bro, not only was that an intro, but that was like a um
So
an
it's his
ode to his
mother.
mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, why are you even categorizing that as a song?
Yeah,
You
come
know?
on,
So like,
really, people? Like anyone
so
with a, I don't know. People just try to nitpick.
and out of all the artists this year, besides Odell, probably Odell's up there too this year. He was probably the most anticipated drop. And that album delivered on so many levels. It might not be his best work. I'll be the first one to admit it as a Kanye fan. It might not be his best work,
With Donda?
but yeah. But it's up there. It's high caliber. It's high produced. It's like so much went into it, and there's so many songs that just go so fluid, and it just shows why Kanye is Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Why he's up there, and people, you can clown him all he wants with his extracurricular activities, but at the end of the day, everyone agrees that this man is a genius when he's fucking doing music. And the album is genius, you know. Like, and it sounds like I'm blowing smoke up his ass, and I'm not, because I'm a fan and all that stuff. But it is what it is, bro. That's the only way I can explain it. And like, I listen to Off the Grid probably almost every day, bro.
That's my hype song, yo.
It's when I heard it at the first listening party, I broke my neck. I was working on my computer and I had it on the TV, and it broke my neck. I'm like, yo, what is this heat? Like, it was like, I didn't like. It's crazy how this man, started sampling R&B's 20 years ago, and that's what he was known for, sampling old R&B songs. So then he goes like, nah, trap it, Brooklyn trap, there's all this stuff is in this what's it called? Look, I'm showing my age. What's that called? The drill.
Rap,
Drill
yeah.
is in right now. So I mean, get the arguably one of the most highly thingy drill artists and put him on and make a drill beat for him. And not only is he made a drill song for the moment, but he elevated Fabio Foreign. Yeah, he was getting high praise already, right? He's one of the he's in the forefront of the drill music, right? The drill scene.
Yeah.
But you got a song with Kanye. Everyone's not going to deny that, and he showed up.
Myron, I think we might have lost you. Can you hear him?
No, I don't hear him.
Hello?
There you go.
Yeah, I just came back.
Okay.
I just came back. My fault. Some call happened. But yeah, so he honestly like
You say
it's
he
crazy
showed up.
how yeah, he showed up 5 before show up, but that's the thing about this album. Yeah, you might critique that he has a little like a whole bunch of features on it, but like he gave a platform to all these artists. Like people like let's be honest, the whole world listens to Kanye. Not the whole world don't listen to 5 before. The whole world don't listen to Baby Keem. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
he gave those people those platforms on these excellent like dope songs. Like they don't have to like listen, they're not gonna listen, they're not some like out of this world shit. But they're trendy, popular songs. They sound good, you know, and it's still it's amazing that like he had the opportunity to do that, and like he's done it before in the past. So, like you know, he always puts on Chicago talent because that's his hometown, like Lupe and Chief Keef. So to see him like do this for all these artists, I honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Baby Keem, I just discovered him this year, and I was in two. Like I had that one song that like I think it was No Sense that I liked a lot. He put Kanye, and he Kanye got put on the thing, and he drove this to the T because he had the Kendrick joint, and then he
yeah.
dropped his Melodic Blue, which is also that's probably my
That's a
runner up for
really
album of the year.
that
So
could definitely be a part of it because that's an underrated album.
yes, Melodic Blue is such a great album. But if it honestly, yeah, I discovered BB King my own, but because the Kanye co-sign, it elevated him me even more, and I dove right into Baby Keem, and he's honestly Donda's my favorite album of the year, but Baby Keem's my favorite artist of the year.
Mm.
So yeah, just it's awesome. Like that, like we finally got new Kanye. You know, I'm always hyped for new Kanye. Like I said, he just knows how to make a moment, and all those releases, you know, the listening parties were just like they just that the releases made the album, and the album just nailed it, and you know, like it's just everything. It was just awesome to see that all unfold, and no album except maybe Certified Lover Boy had like those like that anticipation of like those hype moments or whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Certified Lover Boy and Adele's 30 is probably like the ones that got like the most. Because J. Cole dropped and he kind of just dropped, and then like he kind of waved the water. Even though I do enjoy the album, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm still catching up on. You know, like people love that. I forgot his name, Isaiah Rashad album. The people love that album, and I'm just starting to like actually sit down and listen to this whole thing front to back. You know, so that's why I think. Well, that's why Donda is my album of the year because it nailed it nailed everything, all the check marks for when it comes to music, which is like you know the branding, the execution, everything. You know, like and,
It's a great rollout.
yeah.
And then
So
to
like
top it off, I think you really topped it off with the benefit concert because you know I think a part of his rollout was his beef with Drake.
that was definitely fake, bro. Let's be honest, bro. He literally just set that up just to say it because he knew Drake was looming because that man was supposed to drop in February.
Yeah,
And all
exactly.
of a sudden, Donda's dropping. He's like, "Oh,
I'm dropping
Drake was trying to
too.
ride the
Yeah,
Donda wave,
yeah. I
and
think it was all a plan.
the the real winner was Baby Keem because Baby Keem dropped in between those albums. He's like, "Yo, I got a track with Kendrick, got a track with Kanye, bro. I'm gonna ride this to the wave." You know, like saying like
Hmm.
so. Yeah, it was awesome. Like honestly, like and not to mention it was a kind of like a great year for music,
It was a
and
great year for music.
it low key reminded me of 2016 when everyone was just dropping
Music,
straight
yeah.
bangers for like 1 year straight. Everyone was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drop an album," and it was just fire for like the year and a half. Like it didn't matter what genre you were doing, you were dropping heat. I don't know what happened to those. Like what happened that year. I don't know. Everyone took like some musical steroids or like they were just like symphonically in tuned. But yeah,
I think everybody was just trying to revitalize the music industry. They say it's
mm-hmm.
been a couple years, so let's all put in let's all put in
but they
some music. Oh,
but
there's a
they
lot of
succeeded.
music. Oh no, they exceeded. They definitely met my expectations and more. It was just like a gift. And all this music to come out this year. It was definitely something to remember. Definitely something.
But yeah,
Oh man, it was good. It was great.
yeah. Shout out to my dad, Kanye West. You know.
Shit, that's funny. Um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, last thing I'll say about that, um, before we move on, Kanye was, like I said, album of the year, but I felt like he was the artist of the year for me too, just because of everything he did this year, all the he came back strong. He came out with a lot of music. He stayed true to himself. And then on top of that, again, he ended up with that benefit concert with Drake, which was something like, again. And if Kanye's not my favorite artist, or if I'm not listening to Kanye, then Drake's gonna be the next one up. So it was a joyous occasion for me to hear all that music, put them in playlists together, and then get to see them perform. It was like it was amazing for me. I was definitely happy with the whole thing. Uh, Thank you 2021 for great music.
So artist of the year definitely Lil Nas X and Chloe Bailey. Chloe's been
Ooh,
killing it with performances. Like she's really, hopefully she's gonna continue to hone her stuff. I just don't want Halle to be left. I want them to really just build each other up and continue Chloe and Halle the group and continue solo careers. And of course, Lil Nas X's everything that he's done this year has been immaculate and game changing. So thank you 2021 for great, great music.